Welcome to the Owning Your Sexual Self podcast, a place for you to listen and explore all things surrounding sex positivity. I'm your host, Rachel Main, sex therapist and educator, intimacy coach, awesome wife to my husband, Danny, board of directors member and team leader with Pure Romance, and best of all, a work-from-home dog mom to my favorite pups, Bane and Tater. After starting my Pure Romance business, I quickly learned how much sexuality education was lacking within my community and how much shame was placed on things like fantasies, masturbation, and sexual dysfunctions. I'm on a mission to make this world a more sex-positive place, and with this podcast, I hope to reach thousands of people. I'll bring real-life experiences to the surface and normalize them by offering a non-judgmental view. If you can get down with that, then tune in every Monday and let's change this fucking world. Well, it's happened. The president has officially declared a national emergency over this coronavirus. If you watched last week, you know what's happening. I have found that the world is like 50-50. Not the world. The people that I've encountered are like 50-50 on this whole coronavirus pandemic that they're talking about. 50% of you could give zero fucks, and the other 50% of you are the ones out there that are hoarding all of the toilet paper. Either way, you do you. I am not here to tell anybody how to react or not react to this situation, but I wanted to use the focus of today's podcast to tell you how sex and masturbation and owning your sexual self can help you through this possibly difficult time that we are facing. So, first and foremost, when it comes to sex, when it comes to masturbation, when it comes to orgasm, all the things, you might have seen some memes out there that sex can prevent and sex can boost up your immune system against fighting the coronavirus. That is false, okay? Even as a consultant and an advocate for sexual health and a businesswoman, I would love for that to be able to be stated as something that is true, because I could sell a hella large amount of products had the CDC came out and said, yes, masturbation will keep you safe from coronavirus. I freaking wish, but unfortunately that is not the case. However, the case when it comes to masturbation or sex or orgasm, let's actually just say orgasm. The case around orgasm, there have been small studies that have suggested that there are chemicals that are released in our brain that can help boost the body's immune system that are impacted by sexual stimulation. This is by Gail Saltz, MD, an associate professor of psychiatry at the New York Presbyterian Hospital. And I will be sharing the article that, again, I want to make sure I'm not plagiarizing and I'm giving credit where credit is due. I will share the full article where I'm reading this from and basing today's episode off of, because again, there's a lot of things floating out there in social media about what can help you, what is good for you, what is bad for you, all the things. So I'm just making sure, again, I know there's a lot of you that listen and appreciate the humor behind my podcast and when talking about real life things like this, and so I hope that this provides you some clarification on things, if you will. So with that being said, yes, the sexual stimulation. So with orgasm, there again are those chemicals that are released that can help boost your body's immune system. But truthfully, that goes with any sort of physical activity in general. Virtually any form of physical activity can help you with reducing stress, right? And really, if you're somebody that is on that 50% side of the spectrum that you're freaking out about this coronavirus thing, let me tell ya, get out there and achieve an orgasm today to help distress you for real. But with that being said, we cannot say that masturbation is going to boost your immune system. We cannot say that it's going to help you fight off any sort of infection or anything like that. But we know that there are some very, very real health and mental benefits to masturbating. And so first, if you are taking this time to stay, I'm going to use the word quarantine. If you're choosing to quarantine yourself in the house, if you're choosing to, stay at home, First off, those of you that just had the school shut down in your area and your kids are about to be home for 3 weeks, that's something that you did not expect. And so I feel for you. I feel for you out there that you have your kids on your hands now more than you anticipated. Spring break came a little bit early, and it's not just a week long, it's a month long now. And so I can imagine there are many of you out there that are listening that you're like, what the fuck is happening? Why are the kids here? What are they doing? Why go play, go outside, but don't touch anybody. Seriously. So, take that time when you're like, hey, little Susie, go ahead and go outside and play on your swing set in the backyard. And mom, take some time for yourself. Lock that bedroom door, just kidding. That sounds really bad. Send your kids outside so you can masturbate. Just kidding. Watch your kids, people. Seriously. But in long story short, seriously, take that time to provide that orgasm for yourself. And I would challenge you again to try to achieve that orgasm on a few times a week, 3 to 5 times a week if you can. This is going to help improve, it can help improve your sex life. It's helping you become more in tune with your own body. Again, you guys, if you're about to be quarantined in your house, now's the time to try some new stuff. Now's the time to get a new vibrator. Now's the time to try a new sex position with your partner. Now's the time to try masturbating in the shower or in the bathtub. Now is the time, if you've been wondering about anal play, now is the time. So make sure, I know I'm saying this jokingly, but you need to make sure that you're stocked up on your necessary essentials. That goes beyond the toilet paper, right? What are your bedroom necessities? For some of you, that's lubrication. For some of you, that is a bedroom accessory. Some of you might need batteries for your bedroom accessories. Do you got those stocked? Some of you might be taking the smarter route and started buying USB rechargeable vibrators. Are your cords good to go? Do you got all the wall plugs ready to go? Do you have a multi-charger mechanism that you can get off of Amazon, 1-day shipping, to make sure that all your vibrators are fully charged? What are you doing to take care of yourself? Seriously, I get it, but I get all the hand sanitizer, I get all the stuff, but what are you doing to take care of your sexual self? What are you doing? So masturbation, achieving that orgasm, take this time to do that self-exploration, you guys. Take that time to learn your body, find out what feels good. And in turn with that, you're going to help reduce that stress. It's giving you something to take your mind off of what is going on in this world. It gives you that moment to yourself to relax. It gives you that moment to think about nothing else other than, wow, this is fucking awesome. This feels really great. You're looking extra sexy today, right? These are all positive things. If you're sitting there focusing on what is going on, if you're just sitting in front of your TV watching the news all damn day, gosh, I'm actually recording this on Friday the 13th, and I just finished watching the president's address, I guess, press conference, whatever you want to call it, where he declared the national emergency. And I know there's people out there like me that don't watch the news, and so if you're someone like me, that watching that is freaking torture. It's boring. It's the Q&A thing makes me uncomfortable a little bit because people are cutting each other off. Questions are not getting answered. Things are getting diverted. It's so, and then you got the people, there's the moving of the microphone. There's people of all heights up there. So the moving of the microphone, I was just stop touching the damn microphone. The sound can pick you up wherever you're at. But anyways, so if you're someone like me, watching the news and watching things like that is torture, and it's only causing you more stress, it's only causing you more anxiety. Maybe that's naive of me to choose to not watch the news, but hey, my life, I'm gonna make the choices that I want to. To be honest, I was watching today because I thought that they were going to make claims about domestic travel, and given that I have a trip coming up in the next few weeks, I wanted to know, is that trip going to be happening or not? So bit my tongue and got my political side on today and sat through that hour press conference. So anyways, regardless, if you're on any sort of social media, pretty much unless you're living under a rock, if something crazy is happening in the world, you're going to find out through social media. Your best friend is going to call you, your mom's going to call you, your dad's going to call you, your grandma, somebody's going to call you and let you know what's going on. So regardless, whether or not you are choosing to watch the news or not, somebody will be letting you know what's going on in the world, especially, again, if you're on any sort of social media. So here's the thing. If you are somebody that is listening to this and you are feeling like you are super stressed and you feel like you cannot just get these things off your mind, you are legitimately concerned about what is going on in the world, because I know you're out there. I realize I'm trying to make light of this situation because I do realize that it can stress people out, but please know I'm also taking this seriously myself. Because you don't know who you're coming in contact with, and you don't know who you're going to come in contact with after that. And so we want to be mindful of both ourselves and the people that we're encountering in our lives. So if you are the person, you feel like this is becoming a stressful time for you, and let's say you do find that it is interfering with your sex life, if you're feeling like you're trying to get in the mood for masturbation and that is not working out for you, if you feel like you and your partner are, trying to get down with the get down and you are thinking about anything other than what is going on with your genitals, pretty much, there are some things that can kind of help you along this way. So first off, if you legitimately try to set the mood for yourself, and I'm talking now in terms of masturbation. So when it comes to masturbation, especially if you're feeling super stressed in an environment, trust me, I realize it is super hard for us to shut off our minds and try to think about anything other than the crisis mode that our mind is in at the time. But if you try to take some time and you really try to, literally like you're taking yourself on a date at home in your bedroom with your vibrator or with your masturbation sleeve or with a really great bottle of lubricant or lotion or Vaseline or whatever it is that you use to masturbate with, try to take the time to set the mood for yourself. Turn off your phone, eliminate yourself from any distractions that are coming in from the outside world. Don't have the TV on unless it's something that you feel like is legitimately going to help arouse you. Go into the room and give yourself some time. Maybe don't go right into it. Maybe don't turn on the vibrator away, or maybe don't go at, don't go at it right away. But really take that time for your body to start getting in tune with itself and to just give yourself a damn break. Seriously. Just start to breathe, just start with touching of the body, really take it slow, and then you will your body is going to start to calm itself down. Especially if you're focusing on the erogenous zones of the body. So whether or not, no matter what gender you are, nipples are very good stimulation for most people. Most people enjoy that nipple stimulation, and so starting perhaps with the nipples, maybe you're just rubbing along your thighs, maybe you're maybe you like rubbing your neck, maybe you like playing with your hair, whatever it is to get yourself in that mood, and really, really, really try to focus on something other than what is causing you stress or anxiety in that moment. So I will add, if you do choose to have the TV on, if you're someone that enjoys porn, or maybe you want to look up a certain sex scene in a movie that you felt really turned you on in the past, use that as a sense of distraction, but also a distraction of a way that's going to help you get in the mood. All right. So, and we know it is proven that masturbation and achieving orgasm can help us reduce stress, and it may even help you sleep a little bit better. So maybe you want to just be maybe more proactive. You know that you're struggling to fall asleep right now. Maybe you'll try to do this masturbation regimen before bed. Maybe you want to try this out a few times a week and study yourself. Seriously, like study yourself. Do you find that, okay, I'm going to masturbate tonight and let me see how I wake up tomorrow morning? All right, I'm going to take tomorrow night off and let me see how I wake up. Of course there's so many things that play a factor in our sleep, but hey, if something that we can provide to ourselves in orgasm that can help us reduce stress and sleep better, yeah, sign me up. Maybe you're on your period right now, if you still get periods, or you're someone that can get periods, and you're super cramping, you're bloated, you just hate the world right now. Hey, orgasms can also help relieve period cramps. So there you go. So many reasons. God, I can't. Oh, can you imagine somebody being so stressed and they're on their period? Now their vagina is bleeding and they're concerned about coronavirus? Shit. Oh, so crazy. So Basically, in light of all this, we know that we are going to see some changes happening in the world. We have already seen these changes happening, and it does not matter where you're at when you're listening to this right now. It's pretty cool to see how many people listen from all over the world and where you're listening from. So there's many of you that aren't in the United States that listen to this. So I'm curious how you, if you'd love to email in, if you'd love to message me on social, I want to know how are you using this, I'm going to use that quarantine word again, even though it hasn't officially happened, but how are you using this to your advantage? I see a ton of people on social they're like, I'm using this, we just organized our bookshelf, like my house I just did a deep clean, I'm recondoing the shit out of this place, like I'm throwing away all these clothes, my fridge is clean, my fridge is stocked or not stocked, like, so what are you doing to maximize on this time? And really, if you listen to any other future podcasts that I've created, self-care, I've talked about self-care outside of just masturbation. So how can you take this time for yourself, and whoever it is that's living within your household, how can you take this time to just get to know each other, to get that engagement with each other, to have fun, to make light of the situation, but still keep yourself safe? What is going to happen regardless of how we are reacting to it. I hope that makes sense. So coronavirus is going to happen, and however it happens, no matter what sort of emotions we have around it. Yes, we can do things to be proactive. Go out there and look at the CDC website. They have a ton of things, a ton of research studies, simulations. Yep, there you go. That's how you know I talk about sex all the time. But they have tons of really cool things that you can check out on there, and just different ways of keeping yourself safe. But I'm just here to tell you, I think if you're taking the time for yourself, may as well have some fun doing that. Seriously. One of the products that we sell at Pure Romance is the hot date night cards. I think this time, if you are someone that's choosing to stay in your home, this is the perfect time to crack out that deck of cards and play this game with your partner. This game is super fun. It helps open up communication between you and your partner in the bedroom. So it gets you asking questions to each other about things that you probably have never talked about before, or for sure that you don't talk about on a regular basis. Things like, what do you think about shower sex? What do you remember about our first kiss? What do you love most about me? What do you think about fishnet stockings? What do you think about masturbation? And it is a very fun game. Of course, there's also action cards included in this game. So there will be action cards in there that you will only do for about a minute each. Some of them are 30 seconds, some of them are a minute. But by the end of this game, I'm not kidding, you are literally clawing at each other. You are ripping each other's clothes off. It is a very good way to open up communication and generate some intimacy in the bedroom. And what better time if you're looking for something new to do? As I said, now is the time to try anal play. Now is the time to try some new positions. We're about to see a huge baby boom in the next 9 months, right? Are you with me, people? It's happening. I don't know what they're going to call it. Corona babies? Like, I have no idea. But it's happening. So that is the gist of today, basically. I hope if you are someone out there that's experiencing anxiety around this, I wish you well. I hope that this brought some humor to your life and also maybe gave you some new ideas of things to try and maybe a different way of looking at what's going on in our world. Again, please know I am also taking this seriously myself. My hands are very dry from all the excessive hand washing. Thank God we sell really good body lotion as well, so I have plenty of that in stock. But just hand sanitizer and soaps and whatnot dries out your skin anyway, so. But anyways, stay safe out there, you guys. Seriously, if you're not feeling good, stay home, be smart, just stay in your house and just masturbate your life, to the fullest is what I would say. But also rest up because you need some breaks in between there. So, all right, until next time, thank you so much for listening. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, and stay orgasmic. Yeah, that has a nice ring to it. I'll see you guys next week. Thank you. Thank you so much for listening today and helping me change the world by spreading sex positive awareness. If
If you love the show, please subscribe so you never miss an episode and leave a review for others to see. If you want to see me on the daily, you can find me on Facebook and Instagram under Rachel Main, or check out my Linktree website in the show's bio for direct links to all my pages. You can also shop my Pure Romance store or become a Pure Romance business owner yourself by visiting pureromance.com/RachelUC. Thank you again so much. Until next week, go out there and own your sexual self.